Welcome in everybody to the Booty Scoot Racing channel. I go ahead and get some of these overhead and overlays, started. As you look down at practice, you are inside of the Watkins Glen Speedway, the Sunoco 200 at the Glen for the MRL's Xfinity Series. As you look down at the number 25 of Sean Williams and the number 24 Red Bull machine of James Fountain, John Michael Bryan on the racetrack as well, along with the Canadian Connell Bolton and Kevin Tankos as well. We got 13 cars about, ladies and gentlemen, out here tonight. Hawthorne's New Jersey, Kevin Tankos, the 19-year-old, drifting off the corner here, running away from them aliens. If you heard the sightings around New Jersey, our prayers are with you, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin Tankos brings his race car to New York to get away from it. Just a quick trip down the road. The number 4 Rush Motorsports machine of Kevin Tankos. Beautiful race car. Sean Williams still trying to run down the number 24 James Fountain from Greenville, South Carolina. James Fountain trying to pick up a win here. It's the Sunoco 200 at the Watkins Glen International Speedway. Watkins Glen's home and owned F1 races, IndyCar races, NASCAR races. Now the MRL Xfinity Series here, live on the Booty Scoot Racing channel on TikTok. As I continue to set up the rest of these overlays, ladies and gentlemen, we'll let you circle around with some of these drivers as we continue to stack down the time left until we transfer over into qualifying. And who is going to lock themselves into the Sunoco 200 at the Glen and win here and lock themselves into the MRL Xfinity Series playoffs? Connell Bolton kills John Michael Bryan at the end of practice here. Ladies and gentlemen, the checker flag is in the air. We get ready to transfer, over to the qualifying section. Who is going to be the first guy out on track, ladies and gentlemen? Again, we are here set for action-packed racing live on the Booty Scoot Racing channel in the MRL Xfinity Series, Sunoco 200 at the Watkins Glen International Speedway. Our first road course ringer of the day here in the MRL Cup Series is James Fountain is out on the racetrack for his qualifying lap. Greenville, South Carolina, the number 24 Red Bull machine. We just got done talking about him right there at the split end of practice, and his number 24 Ampol Chevy Camaro will come up through the gears, through the S's, ladies and gentlemen. James Fountain doing everything that he can to try to lock himself into the playoffs here tonight. He's winless here in the MRL Xfinity Series. It's James Fountain down into the bus stop. Want to keep just a little bit of heat in those tires and try to go again. We'll look through the field as we wait on James Fountain to take the green flag. Chris Knighty is also upon his qualifying lap as well. So is the number 23, your mom's favorite driver, John Michael Bryan. Kyle Simmons making his debut here in the MRL Xfinity Series from Kalamazoo, trying to lock himself into the playoffs. Everett Larson sliding across the corner here. James Fountain will come to the last part of the racetrack, getting ready to come and take the green flag for his qualifying lap. As James Fountain is hot on the clock here at the Watkins Glen International Speedway. Was taking a ride on board inside that 24 machine of James Fountain, nice and easy through turns 1. Putting the pedal down. Again, don't want to slide those tires. Don't want to lose control of anything that he does have. James Fountain through the S's. Hanging a left, up the hill. Down the long back straightaway, ladies and gentlemen, the Watkins Glen International Speedway, considered the Daytona Talladega of the road courses in NASCAR, F1, IndyCar, your favorite series with the high speeds here. It's James Fountain getting that cage rattled inside of that race car. With all the hard bumps around the corner, James Fountain will take it down through the carousel, down the back straightaway. James Fountain comes up the final back straightaway into the final corners, coming into turn 6, getting ready to go into turn 7. Where will James Fountain post on his first lap? James Fountain comes for the completion of his first lap. Where was Showtime? Not Showtime Chase Johnson, but James Fountain. But Showtime Chase Johnson is on the racetrack. James Fountain currently P1. Corey Tesner will fly up in the second place spot. As well as we look on board, the number 5 Flow Racing machine of Showtime Chase Johnson from Greer, South Carolina. Trying to lock himself into the MRL Xfinity Series playoffs with a win here in Sunoco 200. Continue to Chris Knighty, currently sitting P5 on the board at the completion of his first lap. Kevin Tanko's from Hawthorne, New Jersey, is flying down the backstretch, trying to post something better from what he can have. Kyle Simmons, the number 74 Miller Lite Machine Camaro, comes off of turn 2, down into turn 3, up the S's. It's bad news. Nicholas Maynard from Welford, South Carolina, in his new Booty Scoot Racing machine, proud sponsor of the stream here, is painting up a race car for you guys live here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, debuting it here at the Watkins Glen International Speedway in the Sunoco 200. As the 22-year-old backs it down to go into the bus stop. Nicholas Maynard gets loose off the corner, downs into turns 5. Kevin Tanko comes to completion of his qualifying lap. Showtime Chase Johnson coming off turn 7. Trying to get way out there to that wall, pedal to the floor. Where will Showtime Chase Johnson post? Showtime Chase Johnson up to the 5th place spot. Not good enough for the pole place by Everett Larson. You see him riding on board, getting busy with those hands through the bus stop. Ride with bad news Nicholas Maynard. He comes down in the turns 1, going into turns 2, up the hill through the S's. See what Nicholas Maynard has. Through the S's, down the long back straightaway, speeds intensifying. Nicholas Maynard gets hard on the brakes, diving into the bus stop. Makes a quick right, makes a quick left into another left. Right up into the right. Down the hill through the carousel. The number 02 of Nicholas Maynard, your Nashville winner, already locked himself into the MRL Xfinity Series playoffs. Not sure how much of a road course racer he is, but this lap doesn't look to be too promising. Nicholas Bad News Maynard. Down the long final front stretch, diving into turn 6, rolling around the corner into turn 7, overshoots the corner there a tad bit. The number 02 of Nicholas Maynard into turn 7. Where will Nicholas Maynard post for his first lap? Nicholas Maynard, P8 on the board. He dives down back into turn 1 for his second lap. Number 02 machine's going to have to back it down a tad or bit. Get a little bit better grip. I think he might have overheated them tires. We'll take a look here. Can Nicholas Maynard do any better on the second lap? Up the hill to the S's, Nicholas Maynard sideways. Down the long back straightaway here in New York at the Watkins Glen Speedway underneath the Sunoco sign, slamming on the brakes. Nicholas Maynard locks it up, gets loose, he'll spin the race car around to the bus stop. The 02 of Nicholas Maynard will spin the car around on the bus stop after clipping the apron. That 02 machine will just post the qualifying lap and call it a night. Nicholas Maynard. Connell Bolton, the Canadian, will come across the line to finish his second lap. He's posted currently 3rd place on the board. That might have been the completion of his first lap, or is he still going? I'm being told this is the white flag of Connell Bolton, from Verona, Ontario, Canada, the 14-year-old. Driving the number 21 Toyota Supra, locked himself into the MRL Xfinity Series playoffs with a hard-fought win 2 weeks ago at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, live here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. If you missed it, make sure you don't miss another one. Slap that like button and punch that follow button. You don't want to miss a thing here. Guaranteed action-packed racing multiple times a week, every single week. Make sure you press that follow button and cut on the post notification as Connell Bolton comes in to turn 6 down the long front stretch for the final time. Clipping that right apex, down in the turn 7. Shifting through the gears. Where will Connell Bolton post for second lap? Coming right at you here in New York City, the Watkins Glen Speedway. Connell Bolton will move up to the 3rd place spot. What a burner lap by Connell Bolton. And I believe that'll round out tonight's field for qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. So as we get ready and these drivers strap up, go use the bathroom, and get those seat belts tight for 33 laps of action-packed racing here at the Watkins Glen International Speedway in the Sunoco 200 at the Glen, excuse me. Again, ladies and gentlemen, as we always do here on the Booty Scoot Racing Network, as we wait for these guys to strap up and get ready to bring you action-packed racing, we take a moment of silence for the soldiers and all those who have fallen overseas. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We are back here at the Booty Scoot Racing channel at the Watkins Glen International Speedway for MRL's Madness Racing League's Xfinity Series and their Sunoco 200 at the Watkins Glen International Speedway. As you look down over turns 5 and 6 here at the Watkins Glen International Speedway, the fans have packed out the stands here. Underneath the Toyota sign, by the Sunoco sign, down the long back straightaway, these drivers are going to have to do everything in their power to keep it up underneath them. Going to have to make a green flag pit stop is what I'm being told by the admins. We'll go ahead and do our first weather report update here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. The wind is in effect, ladies and gentlemen, 16 up to 17 miles an hour now, 18 miles an hour now on the winds here at the Watkins Glen International Speedway, and that should just continue to climb. 68 degrees, though, kind of a breeze in the air, so the track should be cool. Temperatures on the low side here for tonight's event. Clear, beautiful blue skies. And in the air, excuse me, I'm not much of a weather reporter as I am a race reporter, but ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready here for the Madness Racing League's Xfinity Series at Sunoco 200 at the Glen, you don't want to miss a thing here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Again, thump that like button and punch that follow button. We're here all night long. Try to pull up the qualifying results, but like it's going to pull it up for me, ladies and gentlemen. Give me just a second as these guys continue to strap up and load in here. As I work through a technical difficulty, give me 1 second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. You don't want to miss a thing. Again, live for 33 laps of the MRL's Xfinity Series at the Glen, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and pull up that grid for you guys here tonight. Overall, go to the first page. Ladies and gentlemen, James Fountain and the number 24 machine. We'll pull it up right here for you guys. We'll go ahead and hide that. We'll get a nice view of that race car. The number 24 Red Bull machine, your pole sitter from Greenville, South Carolina, James Fountain. Starting in the second place spot tonight, driving the number 8 machine from Greer, South Carolina, Corey Riptide Tesner. Starting in the third place spot for Verona, Ontario, Canada, the 14-year-old driving the Dex Imaging Toyota Supra, Connell Bolton. Rounding out the fourth place spot tonight, driving the number 4 Chevy Camaro from Hawthorne, New Jersey. Running from the aliens, Kevin Tankos. Rounding out the top 5 spot tonight from Greer, South Carolina, the MRL's Kyle Larson. Showtime Chase Johnson. Rounding out the 6th place spot tonight, driving the number 74 Chevy Camaro Miller Lite Machine, making his MRL Xfinity Series debut, Kyle Simmons. Rounding out the 7th place spot tonight, driving the number 02 Toyota Supra Booty Scoot Racing Machine, proud carrier of the stream, Bad News Nicholas Maynard. Rounding out the 8th place spot, starting in the Triple Deuce tonight, from Indiana, Chris Knighty. Rounding out the 9th place spot tonight, taking the bus stop, the number 23 machine. Driving the old smoky wax candle machine, the 29-year-old, your mom's favorite driver, John Michael Bryant. Rounding out the 10th place spot tonight, driving the number 25 Christmas Grinch machine from East Windsor, Sean Williams. Rounding out the 11th place spot tonight, driving the number 07 Food City Machine Camaro, Everett Larson. Not able to make the field tonight, the number 85 from KA Active Duty Military, number 85's Alfonso Claudio and Nick Crawford. As we look down to James Fountain from Greenville, South Carolina, he brings them through turns 6 and 7 behind the BMW safety pace car. You are set here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for 33 laps of action-packed racing in the Sunoco 200 at the Glen. James Fountain coming off turn 7, the Peter the pace car and his newly configured ride will pull on to pit road. And Timmy will wave the green flag. We are green at the Watkins Glen International Speedway. James Fountain and Corey Tesner will battle it down into turns 1 and 2. Connell Bolton will look to the inside. He'll make the inside and just to see they'll door each other off into turn 1. Corey Tesner will go wide. About 11 to 12 guys here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, inside this road course ringer, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Daytona Talladega of road courses. The speeds and Corey Tesner drifting it down the back straightaway into the bus stop. Corey Tesner single file getting ready to go in. Kevin Tankos and Chase Johnson on the tail end, single file behind the number 8 machine of Corey Tesner. Kevin Tankos, Hawthorne's New Jersey, and that number 4 Goodwrench machine, trying to bring out that inner Dale Earnhardt, as we say here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, and start scooting and moving. Corey Tesner winless in any of the leagues here in the MRL series, trying to change that here tonight. He gets down on the bottom side of turn 6, ripping through the gears, trying to get to turn 7, get to the back bumper of the number 21 Connell Bolton. If you just be patient, those tires will stay cool. He might be able to get them on the back end. First lap is in the book. Lap 2 here at Sunoco 200 at the Watkins Glen International Speedway. Corey Tesner, Chase Johnson battle it out for the 3rd place spot. It's James Fountain, your posts that are out front, but he is under attack by the number 21 of Connell Bolton. 14-year-old Canadian all over the back bumper of that Red Bull 24 machine, Chevy Camaro, James Fountain. They go down the long back stretch into the bus stop. Will Connell make a move? He's going to have to just be patient here. Single file all the way throughout the field. Showtime Chase Johnson will take it down on the bus stop. Hang that quick left, and then another one. 3 lefts out of nowhere, ladies and gentlemen. Just beating your head against that headrest in there. Showtime Chase Johnson rides out in the 4th place spot. Kevin Tango's right behind him in the 5th place spot. Come back to the back of the field. John Michael Bryant starting it in the 11th place. Starting in the 9th place spot, down in the 10th place spot, just taking his sweet time along with Chris Knighty running out the back of the field on that Triple Deuce machine. Kevin Tanko is trying to make a move here on Showtime Chase Johnson, the number 5 Flow Racing machine. Kevin Tanko's ever get to the quarter panel of him and make a move. Don't want to have to use the bumper here early. 2 laps coming to 3 laps complete here. Side by side down the front stretch at the line. The 4 and the 5, what a coincidence. Counting up, counting down. We're counting down laps here. Diving in the turn 1. Kevin Tankos will complete the pass around the number 5 W Machine Flow Racing number 5 of Showtime Chase Johnson. I think it was more of Showtime Chase Johnson just thinking better of it. Want to have something in the end. Chris Knighty all over the back bumper of the number 23 of John Michael Bryant, the boogeyman, your mom's favorite driver from Greer, South Carolina, one of the older ones in the field tonight. Trying to show his true experience here tonight in that beautiful old smoky J Money Sense wax candle machine. Make sure you get at JM Bryant on TikTok live here to get hooked up for all your essential wax candle melts needs. John Michael Bryant, the boogeyman, is your guy. Meanwhile, Connell Bolton has made the pass on the number 24 of James Fountain for the lead. The Canadian out front here. Just a short trip to the Canadian border here from the Watkins Glen International Speedway, as Connell Bolton has wasted no time extending that lead over the number 24 of James Fountain. It'll be Bolton, Fountain, Tesner, Tanko's getting around Chase Johnson, and Chase Johnson in the 5th place spot, rounding out the top 5. Nicholas Maynard, the number 02 Booty Scoot Racing Machine, will round out the 6th place spot tonight, and he'll concede the inside spot at the number 007 of Everett Larson. Kyle Simmons will round out the 8th place spot. 4 laps complete here at the Sunoco 200 at the Glen. Sean Williams and his Grinch Christmas number 25 machine will round out the number 9 spot. John Michael Bryant diving into turn 1. Locking up the brakes there, you see a little wheel hop from the number 23 of John Michael Bryant. But so far, it's Connell Bolton just extending that lead over James Fountain. As Corey Tesler has backed it down just a hair and a tad. Nicholas Maynard down on the bottom side of the racetrack will throw it in there, throw it back out. The number 74 of Kyle Simmons all over the back bumper of the 02. Colin Wazoo, Kyle Simmons, number 74 Miller Lite machine looks bad fast tonight as he makes the move around the number 02 of Nicholas Bad News Maynard from Welford, South Carolina. And Nicholas Maynard's under attack again by the number 25 of Sean Williams. Nicholas Maynard will close up the gap going into turn 6, diving into turn 7 here. Coming back around to come to the finish line of completion of lap number 5 here. Welford, South Carolina, Nicholas Maynard under attack here. Down 2 positions from the starting spot. Sean Williams all over the back bumper. Battle for the 8th place spot here between Nicholas Bad News Maynard and Sean Williams. We'll continue to look down here. We'll keep an eye on that as well. Kevin Tanko's up here. Battle for the 3rd place spot for Corey Tesner if he could ever get there. And it looks like James Fountain has closed that lead. Well, that gap to the lead all over the back bumper of Connell Bolton. We got battles all over this racetrack, ladies and gentlemen. If you're enjoying what you're seeing here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, make sure you punch that follow button, slap that like button. You don't want to miss a thing, ladies and gentlemen. As we take our first break here, Connell Bolton is your leader here at the Watkins Glen International Speedway. Before we take a break, you see it right there. James Fountain overcooks turn 6, diving into turn 7. Connell Bolton will just extend his lead. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Booty Scoot Racing channel live on TikTok. You don't want to miss a thing. You're looking down at the Madness Racing League's Xfinity Series Sunoco 200 at the Glen. Corey Tesner and Kevin Tanko battle off turns 2 and 3 down the back stretch. As Nicholas Maynard and John Michael Bryant will make contact. We got a battle for the 9th place spot. John Michael Bryant and Nicholas Maynard going at it at the Watkins Glen International Speedway. Chris Knighty likes what he sees in front of him. Nicholas Maynard gets his back bumper beat off by John Michael Bryant, the boogeyman. These two beefing from a couple races ago in the I-85 late model stock series that was live here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. John Michael Bryant and Bad News Nicholas Maynard tangled a couple of times in that race and have not been cool ever since. John Michael Bryant, the boogeyman, tell your mom's favorite driver he's pissed off trying to chase down Bad News Nicholas Maynard. The battle for the 9th place spot continues to shake up out there. Nicholas Maynard's like he'll extend his lead. We'll go back up here to the front. Battle for the 3rd place spot. Corey Tesler and Kevin Tankos continue to exchange the position back and forth with each other. Corey Tesler nice and smooth through turns 1. Connell Bolton, and we'll go back to the lead here, has extended that lead a quite good bit over James Fountain. James Fountain getting, as you see it, sideways, as we say here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, scooting and booting. These guys are giving it everything they have. Back down to the battle for the 9th place spot between Nicholas Bad News Maynard and the boogeyman will shoot it into turn 1 around the 02. The 02 will pull it to the back bumper, think better of it. The battle is heated up here at the Watkins Glen International Speedway between these two drivers. Already rivals of each other. Will the Maynard Motor Booty Scoot Racing Machine of Nicholas Maynard get back to the back bumper and give it to the boogeyman of John Michael Bryant, that 23 machine? Down the long back straightaway, headed towards the bus stop. Chris Knighty's just contemplating on what the things he sees in front of him. Nicholas Maynard gets a little loose. John Michael Bryant down the bottom side of the racetrack. They'll hang 3 Two quick lefts, excuse me, after a quick right-hander through the bus stop. Nicholas Maynard slowly rolling down the carousel behind the number 23 of John Michael Bryant. We'll throw it back to the front of her a little bit. We'll get that down. We got a battle for the 6th place spot. The number 07 of Everett Larson is under attack by Kyle Simmons, and Kyle Simmons will just pull right around the number 07 of Everett Larson. Kalamazoo, Kyle Simmons, the number 74, Miller Light Machine. Beautiful race car. 26 laps remain here at the Sunoco 200 at the Watkins Glen International Speedway. Battles all over this great racetrack. You right on board with John Michael Bryant. Kevin Tanko is getting them hands busy. Hawthorne's New Jersey, running from the aliens. Spotting them things all over New Jersey. Be safe out there, folks. But he's all over the back bumper of the number 8 machine of Corey Tesner. It'll be Tesner, Tankos, and Showtime Chase Johnson going through the carousels. They'll round out the rest of the top 5 behind James Fountain, who's currently trying to battle Connell Bolton, that Canadian, for the lead here in the Sunoco 200 in the MRL's Xfinity Series, trying to lock themselves in to the playoffs. We look back here in the 3rd place spot. Battle's gotten tight. We'll ride back on board Kevin Tankos as he was getting way busy earlier. Nice and easy back to the gas. We'll get all over the back bumper of the number 8 of Corey Tesner if he can reach him here in the corner. And again, Showtime Chase Johnson just evaluating, shaking up the things that he sees in front of him. Don't want to make a mistake. We're right on board with Showtime Chase Johnson. As you see, he tries to conquer every other move that they don't. Kevin Tankos gets loose. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to miss a thing here on the Booty Screw Racing channel. 25 laps remain here in the Sunoco 200 at the Glen. But expect these guys have to pit at some point during this race, ladies and gentlemen. We'll just have to see when that time comes. But so far, it has been all Connell Bolton early, as James Fountain was your pole winner. But Connell Bolton makes a move on the number 24 Red Bull machine of James Fountain early. James Fountain has been trying to chase him back down ever since. Kevin Tankos, Corey Tesner, and Chase Johnson continue to shake up this racetrack. They can't continue to get off the TV camera. Right back on board Kevin Tankos. Hasn't changed his rhythm much, but has closed the gap up on that number 8 machine. Corey Tesner goes wide, gets a little bit of loose. Chase Johnson looks to the inside. Kevin Tankos gets loose. He'll save the race car. Showtime Chase Johnson all over the inside of Riptide Corey Tesner. They'll be door to door down the front stretch underneath Timmy on the flag stand. Number 5 and the number 8. Chase Johnson Racing Machine in the Pine Drive Racing Machine of Corey Tesner. Battling it out here at the Glen. Corey Tesner will think better of it. Showtime Chase Johnson takes the 2 for 1 going down in the turn 1. Showtime Chase Johnson makes a great move, showing you why patience is key in virtue. James Fountain continues to try to run down Connell Bolton for the lead here. Kevin Tankos gets loose, and he's still loose. Now they fly down the back straightaway. Was looking to this bus stop here. This should be interesting, folks. And there's Nicholas Maynard in that 02 machine. Already a lap coming to get a lap down. Ladies and gentlemen, that 02 of Nicholas Maynard. That's bad news exactly for him, as he's under attack from the guys in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th place spot. Showtime Chase Johnson. You better move, Nicholas Maynard. They're coming. Connell Bolton all under attack by James Fountain. We got a battle for lead, battle for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th place spot. We got battles all over this great racetrack. The Canadian continues to be out front. He'll separate himself a little bit over the number 24, James Fountain. James Fountain just trying to keep him in sight, in touch, so he can make a move as these tires continue to wear down here in the Sunoco 200 at the Watkins Glen International Speedway. James Fountain loose down into turns 1 and 2, up the hill through the S's. We'll shake it back down here to the 3rd place spot. Kevin Tankos continues to get sideways. All 3 of them will make it safely around the number 02 of Nicholas Maynard. Corey Tesner throwing that thing to the left and right, bringing out that inner dirt track racing that we know Corey Riptide Tesner to be good for. Trying to chase down that number 5 Chase Johnson Racing Machine of Showtime Chase Johnson as they go down the long back straightaway. Speed's intensifying, slowing down into the bus stop, yanking a right. 2 more lefts into the right. Probably one of the most hardest G-force. We got a 3-wide battle. Corey Tesner gets loose. The bus driver will drive right by Corey Tesner, and you're not going to school today. Kevin Tankos is going to take you. Connell Bolton all over the back bumper, number 4. Kevin Tankos will look to the inside. The battle for the 4th place spot has just heated up, and here comes lap traffic of Nicholas Maynard, that 02 machine. He wants to play as well. Nicholas Maynard, and bad news for him as well. Will overshoot the corner again. Kyle Simmons down in the turn 6. You're looking to go in the turn 7 off the front stretch. Corey Tesner, Connell Bolton need to get it back together. Kevin Tankos, so they can go and catch James Fountain. James Fountain is your race leader, meaning Connell Bolton at some point has been wrecked, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. I'd have to go back and show you that. At the end of this race, I do not want to come unglued from them just in case we have battles all over this racetrack. It is dialed down big time for the 3rd place spot. Corey Tesner will behind Chase Johnson into the bus stop again. Connell Bolton trying to do everything he can. Sean Williams has just spaced himself out from the 07 of Everett Larson. You see the gap right there. John Michael Bryant under attack from the race leader of James Fountain. James Fountain in the number 24 machine. Carolina kids going at it here in Watkins Glen International Speedway. You best believe that the boogeyman, he wasn't going to just give it up to James Fountain, but he looked like he will. Showtime Chase Johnson in the 2nd place spot, trying to run down James Fountain. We take it to the blimp cam here at the Sunoco 200 at the Watkins Glen International Speedway, live on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. 21 laps remain as we take our first break here. You don't want to miss a thing. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Booty Scoot Racing channel. You are looking down at the Madness Racing League Xfinity Series Sunoco 200 at the International Speedway, Watkins Glen in New York. It's Kevin Tankos. A look to the right. Will hang a left on the number 8 car of Corey Riptide Tesner. We came back at the perfect time. Connell Bolton in that 21 machine looking to play as well. Connell Bolton will send it wide through turn 6 and 7. Who is that back there? That's Nicholas Maynard. Bad news again for Nicholas Maynard as he sends it into the sand pit. Sean Williams as well coming around the corner here. Where's John Michael Bryant? John Michael Bryant hard into the wall. We'll back that ass up here, ladies and gentlemen. Only cautions thrown in the road courses here. The Madness Racing League, I was told, is if multiple cars are involved. As John Michael Bryant, we'll take a look here. The boogeyman locks it up going out into turn 1, and we'll go head on into the fence. The boogeyman, John Michael Bryant, I'm happy to see that. That car is smoking, ladies and gentlemen. His day might be done. Meanwhile, the battle is heated up for the 4th place spot. Kevin Tankos will make the pass over Connell Bolton. John Michael Bryant will just move out of the way. Don't want to cause any ruckus between these two. Meanwhile, Showtime Chase Johnson has just pulled away from these guys. That was one to close action-packed battle for the 2nd place spot, but it's been all Showtime Chase Johnson trying to run down the leader of James Fountain. We're not very sure what happened to Connell Bolton, as Connell Bolton was leading. He finds himself currently in the 4th place spot, just getting around the number 4 machine of Kevin Tankos. These guys are battling here at the Watkins Glen International Speedway, Hawthorne, New Jersey. Stand up, Kevin Tankos on a roll. Couple Canadians out here running at the Watkins Glen International Speedway, showing these true Americans that we can do it wherever, whenever. And that Dex Imaging Toyota Super Machine is one badass looking race car as Corey Tesner gets loose off of turn 6, diving into turn 7. You see the debris, ladies and gentlemen, here on the iRacing machines. Recent update, throwing track dust all over this racetrack. Just another obstacle these guys are just going to have to face here as we look down at Corey Riptide Tesner battling hard with Connell Bolton and Kevin Tankos. That battle for that 4th place spot continues to heat up. Connell Bolton gets sideways into turn 1. Kevin Tankos says, "Thank you, sir. I'll take it right off in my good wrench machine." Kevin Tankos, Corey Tesner, and Connell Bolton are absolutely battling it out here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for you guys, as we say, Scooting and booting on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Corey Tesler in the third place spot trying to hold on. Textbook is what it's going to take. You got to be smart. Bring your pad, bring your pencil, take the notes. It's Kevin Tankos is absolutely willing to, you know what, out of that race car, trying to run down Corey Tesler in the number 8 machine. Just can't seem to put the corners together, but it'll look to the inside here of that PDR racing machine. It looks like it's going to happen right here, ladies and gentlemen. Corey Tesler is under attack for that second place spot, for that third place spot, excuse me. Kevin Tankos to put it to the left side of the number 8 machine. Kevin Tankos powers by Corey Tesler on the outside for the third place spot. 18 laps remain here in the MRL Xfinity Series Sunoco 200 at the Glen. Connell Bolton gets a little bit of loose there. Will hopping into turns 1. So will Corey Tesler get a little loose again. He'll drop another position. James Fountain is your leader here. 18 laps remaining in the Sunoco 200. Diving into the bus stop. You see him right there, Greenville, South Carolina's James Fountain. Putting on a show here, a road course ringer, and bringing out that Intermax Verstappen. We look back here again for several times tonight, looking at that fourth place spot. Kevin Tankos all over the back bumper of Connell Bolton, looking hard for that third place spot. Come back through the rest of the field. Everett Larson, you see Nicholas Maynard back there. All in the grass, just has not been his night. Found himself a lap down already, that Booty Scoot Racing machine. Proud carrier of the stream tonight in that beautiful, newly designed, painted race car. Bad news for the Nicholas Maynard fan. Bad news, Nicholas Maynard. Struggling here. The Watkins Glen International Speedway. Contact is made between Kevin Tankos, Connell Bolton. Kevin Tankos will give it back to Connell. Things are heating up here, ladies and gentlemen. 17 laps remain. They dive into turn 1. Breaking through the gears, Kevin Tankos, Hawthorne's New Jersey. Corey Tesler gets a little loose. Great save in that race car. Corey Tesler absolutely wheeling that, you know what. MFer, as we say here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. You are live on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Slap that like button and punch that follow button. You don't want to miss a thing. We're live several times a week on the Booty Scoot Racing channel from different series all over the great community of iRacing. What you're looking at is the Madness Racing League Xfinity Series. Free to join, free to race, live here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Posted it to YouTube after the fact, ladies and gentlemen, when I get some time on my hands. These guys have been absolutely great to me. It has been nothing but non-stop action-packed racing since I have taken over for the broadcasting rights for this league. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Tankos has conceded a little bit of that gap that he had between Connell Bolton. It made it larger. I'm not sure if that was by per circumstance incidents. These guys are slipping and sliding. I would have to assume pit stops have to be soon here, ladies and gentlemen. As James Fountain will overcook turns 1. That'll be just what Chase Johnson, Showtime needs. Showtime Chase Johnson down into turns 1 as well. James Fountain better keep it in one piece where Showtime Chase Johnson is looking to strike. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you are looking to join a free-to-join, free-to-race league, you have found the place on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. I could probably hook you up with anything that you're looking to get into. Go ahead and shoot us a DM here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll reach out and get you signed up all over the great things that we host here if you will want to be a part of it. If you want to hear me, you know what your name, screw it up, F it up, you name it, I'll do it. So we look down at the Sunoco 200 at the Watkins Glen International Speedway. This is the Madness Racing League Xfinity Series, and that is James Fountain from Greenville, South Carolina, and that 24 Red Bull racing machine. Leading this, you know what, Showtime Chase Johnson looks like he's closed the gap. He comes flying off of turn 5, down the front stretch here in the turn 6, around in the turn 7. Showtime Chase Johnson, James Fountain, you see the gap right there. It's much larger. At one point in time, Kevin Tankos and Corey Tesler have heated it up again. Excuse me, that it will be Connell Bolton. And Kevin Tankos battling it out here, ladies and gentlemen. Still keeping it nice and cozy, hot, action-packed racing for you. You don't want to miss a thing here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. 15 laps remain. We'll be right back. Welcome back into the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Connell Bolton and Kevin Tanko's right there on your screen, mixing and matching here at the Watkins Glen International Speedway. The 21 Xfinity machine on the outside. Kevin Tanko's his good Chevy Camaro on the inside. Side by side down the front stretch, diving in the turns one. Kevin Tanko's a pull behind Connell Bolton, diving in the turn one, slowing those speed space rapidly down. The tires have to be getting eaten away here. 14 laps remaining. You see Corey Tesner back there ripping that, you know what, almost said it again. The battle is shaking up here, up the S's for the 21 machine of Connell Bolton. James Fountain continues to be your leader here as he's going through the bus stop. Showtime Chase Johnson down the back stretch, going to the bus stop. Trying to catch James Fountain. Connell Bolton will round out the third place spot. Kevin Tanko's in the fourth place spot. Corey Riptide Tesler will round out the fifth place spot. Kyle Simmons in his MRL Xfinity Series debut in the number 74 Miller Lite Chevy Camaro from Kalamazoo. Debuting here, riding around in the sixth place spot on the lead lap, just doing what he's got to do. Everett Larson will round out the seventh place spot in his 07 machine. Sevens everywhere for Everett Larson. Food City machine. Please don't hurt me, we don't plan on it. Sean Williams from East Windsor in his number 25. The Grinch stole Christmas. Christmas holiday spirit in the air for Sean Williams, but he'll ride around the 8th place spot. Nicholas Maynard, bad news, Nicholas Maynard at that, and it's been nothing but that. Bad news from the number 02 Booty Scoot Racing Machine, proud carrier of the night stream, as he has struggled here at the Watkins Glen International Speedway, diving into turn 6 and 7 as he comes to as a 22-year-old. He struggled here tonight. He'll ride out the 9th place spot. John Michael Bryant. And that wax candle machine, Old Smoky, is doing exactly that. Smoking on pit road. John Michael Bryant's day is done. Chris Knighty as well. Alfonso Claudio was not able to make it tonight. Nick Crawford as well. They'll round out the final 2 spots tonight. Honorable mentions. But right now, it has been all James Fountain. It's Showtime Chase Johnson, as we just seen go by the previous shot, trying to run down James Fountain, but can he do it as he'll come off turns 5, driving down into turn 6. Connell Bolton and Kevin Tanko slowly closing that gap on Showtime Chase Johnson. Will they be able to get there? Corey Tesner has just been loose a couple times tonight and was not able to get there, as you see these guys continue to come down the back straightaway here. Showtime Chase Johnson. Connell Bolton and Kevin Tanko continue to be the only ones to kind of shake things up here. As the action-packed racing is Timmy the flagman up there picking his nose. You've seen it, I didn't. Connell Bolton from Verona, Ontario, Canada, the 14-year-old, willing that mother. If Kevin Tanko's on the inside, we got a battle for the 3rd place spot. Nicholas Maynard will pull off pit road and just give it to him. Don't want to cause any kind of issues out here. These guys are battling hard door to door here at the Watkins Glen International Speedway. Almost looks like sights of Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, and Marcus Ambrose here in 2009. These guys are absolutely battling back and forth. Showtime Chase Johnson trying to bring that puppy around, trying to bring it home. 12 laps remain in Sunoco 200. These guys should be approaching a green flag pit stop here at some point, I could imagine. 33 laps on a full tank of gas here just does not sound right to me. So when will James Fountain bring it down pit road, or will somebody have something in play for strategy? We see the 65-year-old Bobby Kyle, who was not able to make it tonight here in the Madness Racing League Xfinity Series. On Monday night, earlier this week, walk away on fuel mileage with the pit strategy. Nicholas Maynard, bad news, Nicholas Maynard cooks the corner again in turn 6, finds himself in the cat litter, as he'll throw them pebbles, sand, and marbles all over that racetrack. That is not good for the fellow components. Sean Williams is all over the back bumper, the number 8 of Corey Tesner. Corey Tesner looks like he'll go off. He'll go in the sand trap as well. Back-to-back cars. You can only imagine there must be something going on that side of the racetrack. Maybe some oil, dirt, grass, you name it. It's probably there. These guys will come down pit road. James Fountain will lead them down. James Fountain will be on pit road. He'll bring them down. That's the race leader. Kevin Tanko's will stay out. He'll take the race lead. James Fountain's guys will drop the right sides out. James Fountain's off. Connell Bolton will also come down on pit road as well. We'll take it back around. Showtime Chase Johnson was right in the 2nd place spot on the pit road. His guys will drop his right sides. He'll be off. Showtime Chase Johnson will come out on the 2nd place spot. Connell Bolton still on pit road. Kyle Simmons will come on pit road. Here comes the 07 Everett Larson. Corey Tesner as well. Showtime Chase Johnson's off of pit road trying to rip through the gears. You got to go catch him. There goes Connell Bolton. Corey Tesner pulls into his as well. Kyle Simmons, the number 74 machine, is off along with Everett Larson. Corey Tesner's guys will truck out the right side of the race car, take those tires off, put on 2 brand new right sides. Corey Tesner, speeding penalty for Corey Tesner. Corey Tesner will have a black flag. He'll have to sit here and wait. We'll go try to look at a little fumble out the field here as the cycle continues to go. Kevin Tanko's your race leader, staying out, but he will come down pit road right here and concede that lead. Sean Williams will round out the 2nd place spot. He'll be your new leader. Has yet to pit James Fountain right there behind him. James Fountain trying to run down Sean Williams. There it is. Sean Williams will bring it down pit road. So the cycles out real quick. James Fountain will come around turn 7. 10 laps remain in the Sunoco 200. Watkins, Glen, ladies and gentlemen. Pit stops are complete here. Kevin Tanko's come down pit road. Sean Williams as well. James Fountain back out front here. But Showtime Chase Johnson out on the racetrack as well, trying to make something shape. Showtime Chase Johnson better get the moving. Connell Bolton riding around that 5th place spot. Now in the 3rd place spot as the cycle continues to round out here. Kevin Tanko's coming off pit road. Number 25 is Sean Williams will sit on pit road. Bad news, Nicholas Maynard pitted a couple laps before everybody else. Just has not been his night tonight. John Michael Bryant continues to sit in there and get that race car worked on. It is smoked up all of pit road. It'll be Fountain, Showtime Chase Johnson. You see the gap trying to race for the win here at the Watkins Glen International Speedway unless something crazy happens. Connell Bolton trying to run down Showtime Chase Johnson and get to the number 24, James Fountain. And it'll be Kevin Tanko's rounding out the 4th place spot and Kyle Simmons rounding out the top 5. Ladies and gentlemen, 10 laps remain here in the Sunoco 200 at the Watkins Glen International Speedway. You don't want to miss a thing. Slap that like button and punch that follow button. We'll be right back with the conclusion of this race. 9 laps remain. Welcome back in the Booty Screw Racing channel live on TikTok. You don't want to miss a thing here. As you look down, you can see the gap between the number 24 of James Fountain, from Greenville, South Carolina. Got a couple of Carolina kids battling it out here in New York for the win at the Watkins Glen International Speedway. Both of these guys have yet to lock themselves in to the Xfinity Series playoffs, fighting hard for a playoff spot. You see the gap. As James Fountain hauls his 24 Red Bull Racing machine up the S's, down the back straightaway. Showtime Chase Johnson, ripping his machine up through the S's as well. And it'll be Connell Bolton and Kevin Tanko's. 8 laps remain here. Kalamazoo's Kyle Simmons, the 74 machine, doing what he's trying to do. Riding around the top 5 spot tonight. Making his MRL Xfinity Series debut. Connell Bolton under attack here from the number 4, Kevin Tanko's. These guys have been at it all night over the back bumper of each other, exchanging the position within each other, putting bumpers to each other. But a bunch of friendly exchanges. Ladies and gentlemen, 8 laps remain here. James Fountain is your race leader. You don't want to miss a thing, ladies and gentlemen. Bad news, Nicholas Maynard goes another lap down, 2 laps down for the number 02 Booty Scoot Racing machine, proud carrier of tonight's stream. He'll go down 2 laps here. Just unfortunate, not a road course racer as we see. Connell Bolton and Kevin Tanko's running through that mess. That Riptide Corey Tesner and bad news Nicholas Maynard went through that sand pit and put on the racetrack. Will that become a factor for some of these guys here as we round down the final couple laps here? 7 laps remain. Battle heating up all over this racetrack. Connell Bolton sideways through turns one, almost loses it. Kevin Tanko's a power right back by him. Connell Bolton saving that race car, absolute beaut. Kevin Tanko's ripping through the S's up the hill. Down the back straightaway towards the bus stop. Kevin Tanko's and Connell Bolton battling it out here in the Watkins Glen International Speedway. You're right on board with the 13-year-old of Everett Larson. Holding his own here in the MRL Xfinity Series. That's a bad fast food city race car. Connell Bolton and Kevin Tanko's fighting it out again. Here it is. These guys not giving each other an inch for that third place spot, but Showtime Chase Johnson better run as they have closed the gap up on him. You see it right there as they come around the corner. Showtime Chase Johnson will take it wide into turn 7. Connell Bolton and Kevin Tanko's both with a little wheel lock going into the corner. Kevin Tanko's look on the inside. Pebbles and marbles are flying here. 6 laps coming to 5 laps remaining in the Sunoco 200. James Fountain, your race leader up front. Nicholas Maynard in front of him. James Fountain gonna have to get around him. With the lap traffic of the bad news, Nicholas Maynard 02 machine. Be anything for James Fountain, and can it close the gap up for Showtime Chase Johnson? So throw it up to the blimp cam one more time. You'll see the gap between James Fountain and just now coming off the end of the bus stops behind that 02 machine of Nicholas Maynard and Chase Johnson. Can Chase Johnson close that gap up and make something shape? 6 laps remaining here in the Sunoco 200 at the Glen. You don't want to miss a thing here on this Booty Scoot Racing channel. Slap that like button and punch that follow button. Connell Bolton and Kevin Tanko's have finally found some space in between each other. We'll do a field round out for the top 5 for the final 5 laps. James Fountain, your race leader, coming off turn 7 to make it 5 laps remaining. Here's Showtime Chase Johnson right on that ass of his. Can Showtime Johnson make something shake? It'll be Fountain in the first place spot. Johnson in the second place spot. Connell Bolton in the third place spot. Kevin Tanko's in the fourth place spot along with Kyle Simmons as he'll rip it through turn 6 down in the turn 7. That 74 machine. Everett Larson will round out the top 6 spot. Sean Williams will round out the 7th place spot, the last guy on the lead lap. And bad news, Nicholas Maynard will concede to the race leader James Fountain and let it go. It'll be 2 laps down again. Nicholas Maynard. James Fountain, your race leader. Can he hold it together for 5 more laps? Showtime Chase Johnson trying to put it together and chase him down. There's a beautiful angle right here from the chopper cam. You can just see how much Showtime Chase Johnson is having to throw that race car around to make speed here and try to run down the number 24 machine at James Fountain. James gets that thing sideways. Connell Bolton and Kevin Tanko's some major distance between each other now. Excuse me, that was Kyle Simmons. Same result, some major distance there. Kyle Simmons continues to ride by himself. Everett Larson in that 6th place spot. Connell Bolton in the 3rd place spot sees Showtime Chase Johnson right in front of him. Connell Bolton trying to do everything that he can to go run him down. Connell Bolton hard into the wall. Riding on board with the 21 machine from Rona, Ontario, Canada. 14-year-old of Dex Imaging Machine goes into the wall again, trying to turn it around. Connell Bolton fighting hard with Kevin Tanko's for that 3rd place spot. Rex, Kevin Tanko says thank you. Kevin Tanko's trying to run down Chase Johnson, who's closed the gap up to about 7.5, 8 seconds with James Fountain. Can Showtime Chase Johnson do everything that he's got and put something together? 4 laps remain here at the Watkins Glen International Speedway. James Fountain diving into turn 7, coming to the checkered line to make it 3 laps to remaining in the race. Nicholas Maynard ahead of Showtime Chase Johnson, that lap car. Will he just move out of the way for Showtime Chase Johnson like he did James Fountain, or will he race hard for it? Connell Bolton goes hard into the wall there, losing his 3rd place spot to Kevin Tanko's. He'll gain even turn that race car. Sean Williams will go right back by him. James Fountain down the hill and up it through the S's. Chase Johnson through turns 1, down into turns 2. Get ready to go up in the S's. Nicholas Maynard ahead of him. James Fountain down the long back straightaway heading towards the bus stop. 3 laps remain. Everett Larson and Sean Williams, nobody really around them, and Kyle Simmons as well, just trying to run away from Everett Larson. Kevin Tanko stayed patient, got around, he's in the grass, turns it into a lawnmower, trying to run down that number 5 machine, excuse me. From the looks of it, if Kevin Tankos can just keep piecing it together like he's doing right now, that lap car of Nicholas Mader might make the difference for him to be able to make a pass on Showtime Chase Johnson. We'll have to take a look here as you see James Fountain slowly might be giving up a little bit of something to that 5 machine of Chase Showtime Johnson. As there's Fountain, there's Johnson, and we're talking 6.5, 7 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Showtime Chase Johnson almost in the same parts as the racetrack as James, just as James is finished in Chase Johnson. There's Chase Johnson on the beginning of the front stretch, and then there's James getting off of the front stretch. Ladies and gentlemen, not sure if we have enough laps remaining. Chase Johnson's got to go now. 2 laps remain. Connell Bolton wrecks again, ladies and gentlemen. You see him slow right there. That race car is hurt. Kevin Tanko's trying to run down Chase Johnson for that 2nd place spot. Showtime Chase Johnson up the hill through the S's, trying to run down James Fountain. James Fountain. We look along with Greenville, South Carolina's James Fountain. He's been the class of the field tonight. Fell down from his pole place to the 2nd place spot. Rolled behind the 21 of Connell Bolton for a little bit. I believe contact was made, but not intentionally. James Fountain gets around Connell Bolton. Connell Bolton falls back and has an epic battle with Kevin Tankos and Showtime Chase Johnson for that 2nd place spot for multiple laps here. Make sure you didn't miss that here on this Booty School Racing channel, ladies and gentlemen. James Fountain nice and easy through turn 6. Into turn 7, 2 laps remaining. James Fountain through turns 6 and 7, excuse me. Coming down the front stretch. White flag will be in the air. Timmy, start waving it. He'll give James Fountain the blue flag, telling everybody to get out of his way. White flag is in the air. Showtime Chase Johnson coming around as well. Timmy waving that thing like his arm don't care. Nicholas Maynard 2 laps down right behind Chase Johnson. There'll be Kevin Tankos in the 3rd place spot. That's the gap for that 2nd place spot. Unless something happens to our race leader of James Fountain, I do not believe Chase Johnson will have enough time to get to that back bumper of James Fountain and make something shake as James Fountain down the back straightaway into the bus stop for the final time. Nice and easy, trying to do what he's got to do. Sean Williams in that 6th place spot coming to take the white flag as well. Everett Larson and Kevin Tankos will round out the 4th and 3rd place spot. Showtime Chase Johnson off the bus stop. James Fountain down the final long back straightaway into turn 6 and 7. Can James Fountain just piece it together right here? And there's Chase Johnson off of turns 5 back in the distance. James Fountain gets a little bit of loose off turn 6, throws it down into turn 7. Greenville, South Carolina, stand up. Carolina kid. The Red Bull Racing Chevy Camaro. James Fountain wins the Sunoco 200 at the Watkins Glen International Raceway in Watkins Glen, New York. He'll throw it down and burn it out for the folks here in the MRL Xfinity Series live on the Booty School Racing channel. Your race winner, James Fountain. We pull up the race results, ladies and gentlemen, from the Sunoco 200 at the Watkins Glen Speedway. Get it load up here. James Fountain was your pole sitter, and he is now locked into the MRL Xfinity Series playoffs with his win here in the Sunoco 200 at the Glen, locking him in. Showtime Chase Johnson and his number 5 Chase Johnson Racing Machine will bring it home in the 2nd place spot. Kevin Tankos and his number 07 Privateer want to keep that secret. Everett Larson does what he's got to do, and his team brings him home in a top 5 spot tonight. Kyle Simmons and his Street Limit Racing number 74 machine making his MRL Xfinity Series debut tonight will bring it home in the top 5 spot. Points paid out to the top 5, 50, 40, 30, 20, and 10. Every lap led being added 1 point to your total score. Hell of a points day for James Fountain as Sean Williams and his ENS Motorsports will round out the lead lappers. In the 6th place spot, Connell Bolton battling hard with Kevin Tankos for that 3rd place spot for lap after lap after lap, giving you guys absolute action-packed racing here on this Booty Scoot Racing channel. Gets a little loose and loses it. Brings home that 21 machine 2 laps down in the 7th place spot. Bad news, Nicholas Maynard and that Booty Scoot Racing machine that he carried for us guys here on the TikTok tonight. Just didn't have it in him. Will finish 2 laps down in the 8th place spot. Nicholas Maynard looking to move on to Texas in 2 weeks. Corey Tesner will finish 10 laps down that number 8 machine as he was caught speeding on pit road. Just wasn't able to get it back together and wrecked that race car late. John Michael Bryant, the boogeyman, your mom's favorite driver. And his J Money Motorsports wax machine, Old Smoky Candle Toyota Supra will bring it home in the 10th place spot, 20 laps down after going head on in the turn 1 safer barrier. Just couldn't get the car slowed down. And that ended John Michael Bryant's night. Chris Knighting, the Triple Deuce Ford Racing machine, will bring it home in the 11th place spot tonight. Involved in an accident, nothing of his own doing. 23 laps down, Chris Knighty. Alfonso Claudio, 33 laps down, along with Nick Crawford, wasn't able to make it tonight to the racetrack. Alfonso Claudio is locked into the MRL Xfinity Series playoffs. And ladies and gentlemen, this is our 4th race here in the MRL Xfinity Series that I've done in 4 different winners. You don't want to miss a thing here live on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. James Fountain wins the Sunoco 200 at the Watkins Glen International Speedway and locks himself into the MRL Xfinity Series playoffs. Thank you for watching. We'll be back again next Thursday for the I-85 Late Model Stock Series Asphalt at the Bull Ring in Las Vegas. Make sure you tune in on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Slap that like button. Punch that follow button. You don't want to miss a thing. Happy holidays and enjoy your night.